There's so many good things happening on main streets and downtowns across the Magnolia State. Today, we are highlighting what's happening downtown this weekend. It is brought to you by the Mississippi Main Street Association. Don't forget, you can always, at any time, go to msmainstreet.com/calendar to get more information on upcoming events. And if you're looking for a Thanksgiving tradition to start 2 days after on Saturday, which is Shop Small Saturday. And it's gaining popularity, not just in Mississippi, but around. But our Main Street Association is really grabbing hold of it to get you out and shopping small this coming Saturday. Joining us is Thomas Gregory to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Rebecca.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Almost. I guess it's okay to say that. We can eat, get our bellies full, carve up, so we can go shop coming up on Saturday, which I always thought was interesting. It's the day after Black Friday. Was that intentional?
Yeah, I think it's sort of a response to the Black Friday madness that we've all sort of become accustomed to. Small Business Saturday is a program of American Express, but it has support from Main Street America and all of our Main Street programs across the nation. And so it's just sort of a response to that, encouraging people to get out and shop locally at the small businesses, the mom and pop owned stores that are often found in our Main Street districts all across the state. And
I know, like many of the open houses that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks here, Thomas, where a lot of our Main Street shops and downtown markets really, put out their best foot forward to get you in and to get you deals early. That's going to be happening Saturday, too. You've got Pascagoula, Hernando, Columbus, Boonville, all of those, and I'm sure more are added in there that are going to have specific Shop Small Saturday sort of promotions and pushes. Is this similar to the open house, Thomas, or is this going to be a little bit different?
Well, it's similar to the open houses, similar retailers participating. I think our open houses are, they vary by community on what date those open houses are held, whereas Shop Small Saturday is a nationwide event, that happens the Saturday after Thanksgiving in all of our communities. But similar promotion. We are encouraging people to go and shop at those locally owned businesses, the ones that, support your kids' sports teams and the ones that, are happy to sponsor local festivals and events. Those are the local businesses that we want to give back to and support with our holiday spending. We're all going to spend money this Christmas season. Might as well spend it with the folks that, are your neighbors in your community.
Why is it that American Express, you think, saw the potential in promoting small shops versus, the bigger ones, or just shopping in general? Why would they care? As long as you're using their card.
I certainly can't speak for American Express, but, I'm sure that it's a way for them to encourage sales. I was looking at some statistics, and in 2021, Small Business Saturday sales reached $23.3 billion, and that's slightly less than Black Friday that year, which was more than $30 billion, but it's almost double the Cyber Monday spending that occurred that year, which was $10.7 billion. So the Saturday after Thanksgiving is a big spending day. And, of course, if you're American Express, that's good for your business, too.
Oh, absolutely. And I would assume, too, it's just getting you the opportunity to get in. And they recognize that it's the small mom and pop or the Main Street storefronts that will keep them alive, too, that have the opportunity to come in and shop and get what you need, which I think, we all need something. And even, I think, too, Thomas, it's good to remind folks that even if you don't go and get your whole list taken care of, that sometimes that's not feasible, you can do a few, and that matters. If everybody listening to Good Things bought just a handful of things when they normally wouldn't in a small business on their main street, man, that would really add up to a lot going back into our communities.
That's right.
Yeah. And I think the fun thing, too, is you find those really unique gifts that you didn't know you needed until you get out and you see those as well. But there's other things going on, too. I know Shop Small, Support Big is a big deal. But, man, your Main Street associations all across the state have big things coming up for Christmas. How important is just the holiday season in general?
Well, I think for retailers, it's everything. The majority of spending takes place, in the final 2 months of the year. And a good or bad holiday shopping season can make or break some of these small businesses. So that's why it's so important for us to look local first. And, remember that these locally owned businesses are the ones that provide that higher level of service. Oftentimes they offer free gift wrapping, which, if you don't like to wrap your own gifts, go buy an item at a local business. They're likely to wrap it for you free of charge. So, I think that's just an example of a way that some of these locally owned businesses do provide a higher level of service than you would find at a big box retailer or certainly an online retailer.
It feels like the Main Street Association is growing, which is such a good thing, Thomas. Do you feel like there's momentum within Mississippians to get out, support, and recognize that, their small communities are unique and worth celebrating?
Absolutely. We have seen an increase in interest in our statewide network. We've got Main Street programs in every corner of the state, but we're always bringing new associate members on who are interested in starting their own local Main Street program, and that's something that's really exciting. I think that's a testament to sort of the spirit in Mississippi of supporting our small communities and our historic downtowns.
I was encouraged, Thomas, that my hometown, Brandon, is now newly integrated into the Mississippi Main Street Association, got their sign and everything, starting having some official events. And so it's really cool to see what benefits does a community have when they do make that shift, when they make it official, join in the gang with the greater Mississippi Main Street Association, than just sort of going at it alone.
Yeah, it's that statewide network of programs. I think that's one of the biggest assets. It's knowing that you're not going it alone, and that if you are dealing with an issue in your community, there's probably somebody else around the state that's dealt with it before and can sort of help you walk through that process. We also offer our designated Main Street programs, just a really high level of support and training. We do training events throughout the year. And then we also are able to provide some grant funding for revitalization projects in communities that have that designated community status. So there's a lot of good reasons for a community to be a part of Main Street. And, we're certainly excited that Brandon is coming on board, like you said, as well as several others throughout the state.
Yeah, you get a cute little sign and everything. I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but it definitely distinguishes that you have an actual Main Street. If someone, wants more information about that, Thomas, is it a rigorous process? Is it something that most communities may already have the fit for? They don't even recognize it?
Well, the place to start is with that associate membership that I mentioned. You can find information about that on our website at msmainstreet.com. Folks are always welcome to reach out to me as well. I have phone calls with communities who are trying to figure it out. It seems like every week. So if somebody is interested in learning more, I would start at the website and then follow up with a member of our team to help you make that determination if it's the right fit for your community.
Thomas, I know what statistic you need or stat. I feel like that all our main streets have been busy bees since, really around the 1st of November, transforming our downtowns into Christmas wonderland. Many will have their lighting of the Christmas tree coming up probably within the next sort of week or so. We need a Main Street Association number of Christmas lights that are around the state. How many light bulbs are going to be shining on main streets across Mississippi due to the hard work of the associations? I think people need to know that.
Yeah, I think there's, certainly this time of year, a lot of hard work goes into, transforming our communities into places that people get excited to see the lights when they come home for Christmas. A lot of our communities do put up the big town Christmas tree and have a lighting event. So those are all the fun, nostalgic things that make us feel like we're at home during the holidays.
I completely caught that you did not say I'll go count them, Thomas. So.
Oh, no, I'm not volunteering to count the lights.
I'm totally picking, but it just goes to show it never stops. And probably so many of your Main Street associations are, getting through the holidays and focused on that, but already planning great things coming up in the springtime as well. So remind us where we can go. I mean, because there's also resources for those of us who just live in these communities. msmainstreet.com/calendar. What can we find if we go there?
Well, we post all of our community events that get submitted to us through our Main Street network. And so if you're looking for something to do, this holiday season, go there, check out the calendar and see what's going in communities across the state. And then, like you said, in the spring, we'll be gearing up for spring festivals. That's the big time of year where most of our communities have their big springtime event, a lot of, barbecue cooking competitions and that sort of thing. Mississippi's a fun place to spend time during the spring, and there's a lot of things going on in your own community or communities right next door. You don't have to get on an airplane and travel to some faraway land to have fun. Sometimes it's just a 30-minute drive or an hour drive from where you live to find something really cool going on in one of our own communities.
Absolutely, and don't forget, you can start supporting your Main Streets coming up Saturday. Well, you could do it today if you wanted to, but Shop Small, Support Big is coming up Saturday, November the 25th. Get out, shop local, support your Main Streets, and happy Thanksgiving, Thomas.
Same to you.
All righty, you guys stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.